Fixold Cameras produces step-by-step, close-up videos of simple, common repairs and basic maintenance on classic and vintage cameras. Your ability, the quality of your tools, and the condition of your camera will affect the success of your repair endeavor. A successful completion of the demonstrated repairs ultimately depends on your camera repair skills.
The top cover of the Canon A-1 must be removed to replace this broken accessory shoe. This removal is covered in a separate Fixold camera video. The accessory shoe's threaded screw holes are hidden beneath the spring plate. 4 screws attach the accessory shoe through the top cover. The center screw that holds the flash contacts has been removed to give an unobstructed view of the 4 accessory shoe screws. Now it's time to return the top cover home. The top cover of the A1 has a very close fit. Gently work the top cover into place. Make sure it is completely seated before proceeding with the placement of the shutter release button. With the release button seated, align the notches of the timer lever and of the lock lever. With snap ring pliers, install the appropriate snap ring. Lay the advanced cam in place with the post to the back of the camera. Then comes the advanced lever, shim, and spring washer. While holding these into position, carefully thread the advanced pin face decorator screw into position and tighten with a pointed spanner wrench. The ASA dial can now be seated, aligning the post with the notch. Again, use the snap ring pliers with the appropriate snap ring to lock the ASA dial into position. Holding the rewind shaft, thread on the rewind knob. With the camera now lying on its back, position the slide switch shim, the slide switch plate. Tweezers are a big help in working them into position. Once they are in position, use your index finger to hold them in place while you insert the first screw. Do not let the click stop bearing get away from you and end up inside the camera body. A small dab of sticky grease where the bearing will seat will help hold the bearing in place. If the little bearing does get away from you and end up inside the camera, the bottom cover can be removed and the camera gently tapped. With a little luck, the bearing will drop free of the camera. Carefully seat the sliding lock switch with the slider in the up position. Test the slide function for a positive click. With the 2 viewfinder screws in place, the mask lever can now be installed. Position it so that the lever portion points downward. The head of the mask screw receives a dab of Pliabond glue to hold the rubber cover pad in place. Using tweezers, the pad is placed smooth side up and pressed into position. Pliabond glue is also applied to the decorator ring that encircles the LED. Again, a good pair of tweezers aids significantly in getting this into position. Don't forget to install the screws that live underneath the front cover plate. As the front cover plate is seated, be aware of the proper position of the backlight and the aperture preview button assembly. Finally, reinstall the remaining top cover screws. Even though the removal and reinstallation of the A1 top cover is fairly involved, it should not be problematic if taken in simple steps. Also, the battery doors of the AE1 and the AE1 program are interchangeable with the battery doors of the A1. Thank you for watching.